A shy and inexperienced man goes on a crime spree to impress a woman who's into bad guys. Nick Twisp is an aspiring novelist who hates his last name. He collects classic books and Frank Sinatra vinyl records, which might be the reason why he has no intimate experience yet at breakfast. His mother Estelle is pissed since she suspects her boyfriend Jerry is cheating on her. However, the man, easily sweet, talks his way to gaining her favor again. Their neighbor Mr. Ferguson delivers their mail to Nick as he always does. He's a prolific activist and has been caught harboring undocumented immigrants. Later, Nick asks his dad George for an allowance, but the man tells him to talk to his mom instead, since he's crippled with child support payments. Just then, George's girlfriend, Lacey, approaches and makes out with his dad. Nick watches in disdain since everyone else is getting action, except him and his best friend Lefty. While hanging out with him, Lefty admits his insecurities about pursuing his crush, since he's afraid of making a mistake when he makes love with her. This convinces Nick that his friend is more miserable than him that afternoon. 3 sailors visits Nick's home since Jerry sold them a faulty car. Nick tells them to return when Jerry's around and suggests they get physical with him, hoping to see the man hurt. The trio happily agree while looking for a movie to rent later. Nick strikes up a conversation with the female classmate, but they're interrupted when the woman's boyfriend insults Nick's chosen film and leaves with his girlfriend. The lonely man remarks that it's always the bad boys who get the women in real life. When he returns home, the sold car is already parked in their driveway and vandalized with a threat. Estelle and Jerry question Nick about it, so he tells the couple that the sailor came by to avoid them. Jerry invites the mother and son to his friend's cabin, only to take them to a dirty trailer home in Ukiah. Pissed at the man, Nick later asks his mom if her relationship with him is going to last. She just excuses that it's hard to find someone interested in old women like her. Before joining Jerry in the bedroom the following day, Nick heads to the public shower when a woman named Sheenie Sanders gives him a cool look. Her smile fills him with amazement as he showers after. Nick returns home and sees Sheenie speaking with his mother, who asks her son to help the lady pick up groceries with. He accompanied Sheenie, stunned at how he ended up helping the beautiful woman instead of seeing the sailors beat Jerry up. She gives him a tour at her home when they return, and in her bedroom, Nick sees a poster of Jean-Paul, whom Sheenie admires from the film Breathless. This leads them to talk about classic films and music, impressing Nick since he hasn't met a lady who liked them. 2. He learns that Sheenie prefers French media and wants to live in France and travel the world instead of being stuck with her exhaustingly religious parents. Before Nick leaves, the man musters up courage and invites Sheenie to the beach tomorrow. To his surprise, she agreed. The following morning, Nick goes to pick her up but meets her father, Mr. Sanders. The man reminds Nick that he's responsible for Sheenie's safety. Before the lady joins her friend at the beach, Sheenie asks Nick to put sunscreen on her back, but this gets him excited, which the woman notices. Embarrassed, Nick tries to move away, but she tells him to apply sunscreen on her legs, next allowing him to caress her. As they're heading home, however, Sheenie reveals that she has a boyfriend named Trent. Not wanting to lose face, he makes up an awesome girlfriend and criticizes Trent. Before leaving that night, Nick anguishes is over losing his chance with Sheenie. He realizes that he might never be with a woman if he doesn't change his personality, so the next day he visits Sheenie and quickly apologizes for acting immature about Trent. He invites her out again, but she's going on a hike and can't take him since he's not prepared, wanting to be a different person. Nick insists that he does his hiking freeform so he doesn't need any gear. Because of this, Sheenie scales an incline in the forest with ease, while Nick struggles behind. After Nick relieves himself, he finds the woman reading his journal, which upsets him. She offers him her journal to make things